Maximizers, welcome to my live. If this is your first time watching me, I want to say welcome. My name's Crystal, aka Crystal Maximizer, and I am a business coach to brand new business owners, and I help women start and grow their businesses using social media. And tonight, I am in the mood to rant. Tonight, I want to specifically talk to you. If you feel like you can't start, you can't grow, you can't move in your business without funding. So let me know in the chat where you're watching from, what city, what state, what country. If you have a business, tell us what your business is. And if you want to start a business, can you put some money signs in the chat? So if you want to start a business, put some money signs in the chat. If you already have a business, let us know in the chat what your business is. Again, if you have a business, tell us what your business is. And if you want to start a business, put some signs in the chat. So let's talk about this. So I have been in business since 2018. I've been making money since 2019. Okay. One of the biggest things I see in business owners, new, haven't even started, or business owners that are already started. Davis delivers in New Jersey. Yay! Thank you so much for joining. Ebony Butterflies here from Fort Worth. You want to start a business? Do you have an idea what business you want to start, Ebony? Thank you so much for joining. You're definitely in the right place. You are definitely in the right place if you want to start a business. You're in the right place, so listen to this live, okay? And I am live on all my platforms, Instagram, TikTok, and 2 YouTube pages and my Facebook page. But one of the biggest things when I'm posting in these Facebook groups and I'm helping these business owners that I see is they always say, I need funding, I need funding, I need funding. A lot of people think you need so many thousands of dollars to actually start your business. She said, not at all. So you're thinking about it, you just don't know what kind of business to start. So actually, I'm having a Black Friday sale on an offer that would be perfect for you. So if you want to just click the link in my bio and go just get on the wait list to just be notified when my Black Friday deal guide comes out on Friday, just for you to see what the offers are. I would love to have you on my email list. I would love to talk to you about what could work for you if you are really, truly ready to start a business in 2024 and get this shmoney. I sell laundry bundles, but I want to expand. Same thing for you, Davis. I love, love, love that. I am a couponer. I used to sell my stockpile all the time. I do not anymore. But if you are looking to actually start a business outside of selling your stockpile, I would love to help you. Click the link in my bio and get on that Black Friday waitlist. Like if you're an aspiring business owner, or you have a business and you're not making consistent money, then definitely go ahead and get on that Black Friday waitlist. It's really linked in my bio. Hey Dee, hey Nicole, thanks for watching. So I really just want to rant about business owners not starting until they have funding, and talk about how funding will not necessarily save your business or start your business or help your business. I actually just finished reading Power of Broke by Damon John, the shark, the guy who started Fubu. And I one of the things he said in the chapter was like, people who go out and get a lot of funding before they even start are doing themselves a disservice, unless you are creating an app or something technologically advanced where you are paying for people's minds to put it together. You don't need a ridiculous amount of funding to start. You can start with what you have. So my first reasoning for why you need to stop waiting for funding is that you don't want to start your business in tens of thousands of dollars in debt. I told y'all this is going to be a ranty live, okay? I'm ranting, and I apologize if this is you, but this is just some things I want to help bring to your attention and possibly shift your mindset. I see so many women in these business Facebook groups saying, get business credit, get business credit, get business credit, right? Before you sold one daggone thing. So now my first tip is, you don't want to start your business in thousands of dollars worth of debt when you don't even have a viable product to sell. Does it sound smart to start a business with a $25,000 bank loan or $10,000 in credit card debt, buying inventory, getting a storefront, buying a food truck, when you don't even know if what you have sells, if you don't even know if people want what you have? Does this make sense, y'all? So funding may not always be the answer to your problem. So during the pandemic, they were giving out a lot of PPP loans and a lot of SBA loans. For me, I did take an SBA loan, a loan that I had to pay back. I did not take the PPP because I was in a place where my sales dropped because of COVID, because people weren't going out. In that instance, funding can help you. If you already have a business in place and you see that funding can take you to the next level, but you are already making sales, funding is a great option. I'm not out here saying don't apply for grants. I'm not out here saying never take a loan, right? I'd be a hypocrite if I said that. But what I'm saying is, if you are sitting down right now and you are thinking about a business, or maybe you've sold one or two things, wishing, hoping, and praying for grants and business credit is not necessarily going to get you more of what you want, because you're starting your business in debt. So imagine this. I do not teach anything about getting loans. I'm teaching you, which I'm going to talk about in a second, how to make your own money. I only got the SBA loan during COVID. If it wasn't for COVID, I would have never got an SBA loan, ever. Because literally for COVID, I didn't have to do anything besides put your name in, put your business in, put how much you were making before COVID, put how much you were losing, and then they decided how much to give you based on your business size. There's no secret to it. I clicked a button and that was it. Okay, so I am not the person for that. Okay, I am the person to help you help yourself, which is making sales, right? So think about it this way. I'm going to pick on someone who wants to start a bakery. There was a person I was speaking to, and they said they wanted to start a bakery, and they were just waiting to get funding to get a storefront. And I was like, you're waiting to get funding for a storefront? And they're like, yeah, I want my own bakery. I said, all right, so you're already selling out at home? You're already selling out your home kitchen? They're like, no, I don't even have my recipes together. Imagine getting a $25,000 loan that you have to repay with interest, and then you sign a lease for a building that you're renting. You lease or buy all of this equipment, and your recipes are not validated. You haven't even baked a cookie for your cousin, for your neighbor, for your coworkers, for your kids' school. Nobody knows that you are a baker. Is that the wisest decision for you to make as a business owner? To go out and be $25,000 in debt with no source of income coming in? I don't think so. So I think, and I suggest, my second tip is you should focus on making sales and not waiting for a bag of money to drop in your heart. The most successful business owners are scrappy. A lot of them bootstrap. Amazon in a garage. Apple in a garage. Did Microsoft start in a garage? A lot of the big businesses that we see now that are billion-dollar companies, they started with one product in the garage. But you know what they did first, y'all? They made sales. They made money. They made money. The key to saving your business is to make sales. Is to make sales. Even at someone at my level, making sales is my priority. Making money is my priority. Because the other thing, no, my computer's freezing and I'm trying to do something. The other thing I want to bring up, if you don't know how to manage your business finances because you don't have any business finances, how do you expect to manage a loan or grant from someone else? You can't. You don't know how to manage the money. And you know what Damon John said in Power of Broke? And in Power of Broke, he really talks about how being broke makes you creative, makes you innovative, makes you scrappy, and helps push you along because you don't have money. You don't have the option of investing tens of thousands of dollars. So he talked about how one thing that he did that I thought was super cool. He couldn't afford billboards. He couldn't afford commercials back in the day. Because when he started FUBU, was that like, I don't want to lie, was that in the 80s when he started FUBU? 80s or 90s, right? Shoot, sorry. Someone was texting me and I need to text him back. And I'm trying to text on on my laptop, it's important. So let me just text her back. Give me 1 second. Okay, so what he did was, because he couldn't afford commercials, she said the 90s. Okay, perfect. He couldn't afford commercials. And Elsie Bryant, I'm going to see what you said in just a second. He couldn't afford commercials. He couldn't afford billboards. You know what he did, what I thought was really smart? You know, in New York, when you pull down the grate of the businesses, and it's just like a gray, nasty grate when they close the businesses, he convinced a bunch of business owners to let him clean up their grates and paint the FUBU logo on them for free. He did it. He said that cost him like $400 or $500 in like paint and cleaning supplies. And I think he paid the artist to graffiti artists. So I think he said all in, I don't want to lie, I want to say maybe he invested around $500 to $1,000 of his money. But he said the return on that scrappy investment made him so much money because he was like, I had to think in an innovative way. Now, the business owners don't care because their thing got to look nice and cute. It was clean. It was a design, even though it was promoting something else. So when you don't have a lot of money to waste, you don't have a lot of money to invest, you get creative. But your goal should be to be making sales, not to get a business loan or a big chunk of money from somewhere. We have not been in business long enough, although it's been 6 months over, but like anything new, we have not proven ourselves. Let me see. I understand. It takes time. It takes time to grow a business, y'all. Regardless, it takes so much time to start a business and grow a business. And I just feel really bad for a lot of people who are like, I want to start a boutique. I need money for inventory. You're probably like, you're telling me not to get funding. What are you telling me to do? I'm telling you to start with what you have. So let's go over some examples, right? Because my next tip is your service or your offer validated? Okay. So let's just say, I'm going to pick something very easy that we can all get with. You want to make custom t-shirts. I got this shirt from Sanira Madani. Nothing bad happens when you make more money. She is the founder of Stacks and she runs CEO School. Nothing bad happens when we make more money. Let's just say you want to make custom t-shirts, meaning people can order whatever words that they want on a shirt. And maybe you have some designs already that you put on a shirt, an amazing saying. Instead of trying to buy 1,000 or 100 t-shirts and then selling them, a better way to get to where you want to go would be to start off one-on-one custom orders. So it's going to be more work for you in the beginning, but it's going to allow you to make sales. So you want to sell all of your beautifully branded t-shirts. So maybe you start off with, listen, one color t-shirt, one color text for $25. I will put whatever you want on the front of a t-shirt. And you slowly build from there. And then once you save $1,000, maybe you can get a bundle of shirts for inventory. Or you can do pre-orders. Say you wanted to sell, you're Sanira Madani, you want to sell this saying, and you want to give it to every single woman in the world. Cool, I feel you. But instead of ordering 1,000 of these and then saying, I have 100 larges, I have 200 mediums, etc., you buy 5 or 10. You pre-sell them, right? So you let people know you can shop today. The orders are going to ship on December 1st. So you can make that money up front and then order your inventory so you're not sitting on it. If this makes sense, can you please give me some likes on TikTok or Instagram if this makes sense? So instead of trying to get $10,000 in funding so you can spend $5,000 on inventory, it makes more sense to start small. Start with what you have. Because a lot of times, and Damon John said this in the book, he said, you get the funding and you spend the money so fast. He said, whenever we get money, funding, not money that we made sales with, but funding, we spend it so fast and the return is not as fast. So if we go back to the bakery owner example for a second, if you never sold a cupcake, a cake pop, or a cookie, no one knows you exist and you pop up with a bakery storefront, right? Not only are you $25,000 in debt, plus you have a $3,000 rent to pay with no sales coming in. How would it benefit you as the bakery owner to say, you know what? I want a bakery, I want a storefront. How about I start baking cupcakes at home? And you start doing custom cupcakes from home. And then once you start making sales and you physically cannot make enough cupcakes, you got a wait list. You've raised your price to $5 a cupcake because the business is just booming. Then it's like, now would be the time if you wanted to get funding. Because even if you got a $25,000 loan, if you're making $15,000 a month from your cupcakes at home, imagine how much you could make in the bakery. Does this make sense, my friends? I really am really ranting. I apologize if the tips are not cohesive, but I just want you to understand that you do not have to allow funding to hold you back from your dreams. You don't have to allow money to hold you back from your dreams. I started my coaching business with a rinky-dink iPhone 6. That's it. No lighting, no sound, nothing else. A rinky-dink iPhone 6, and it turned into a multiple six-figure coaching business. Start where you are. Start with what you have. Do not stress yourself out about going into tens of thousands of dollars in debt. I would encourage you to read Power of Broke, because it really shifted some things in my head. And it even will help you, even if you aren't broke, because I'm not broke and I'm not claiming that. But even if you don't have as much money as you desire, he really talks about the principles of using what you have, networking effectively, and being able to still get what you want without having to have tens of thousands of dollars. I already said this. I said learn how to manage your own money better. And then I also said it's better to bootstrap and bet on yourself. I would much rather build my business up making a consistent $2,000 a month, $3,000 a month in sales versus getting a business loan and that money being finite, like it's not coming again. Once you know how to make sales, you can always make more money. Once you know how to make sales, you can always make money. But if you are waiting for business loans or maxing out your business credit cards, that money ends and you owe interest. There's no interest on the money that you're making by making sales, if that makes sense. So this is just my plea to you to stop letting a lack of funds hold you back. If you practically and really want to start your business and you do not have a lot of money to invest, my advice for you, number one, is go to YouTube University. I have a YouTube channel, Build a Business with Chris. I share business tips every single week. Hey, Cece. I share business tips every single week over there. I go live often. Go watch a bunch of business YouTube. Second, if you want to start a business and you have low funds, in my opinion, a service-based business is the best business to start if you are low on funds, because you don't have to worry about inventory. You don't have to worry about shipping or delivering a physical product. I personally do not want a product-based business. I don't want to have to go to the post office. I don't want to pack and ship orders. I don't want to hold inventory. I don't want to deal with that. I like services, coaching. You know what I need to coach? My laptop, my phone, and some internet, and I can coach and help my clients from anywhere, okay? So if you start a service-based business, if you start editing, if you start being a social media manager, if you start being a virtual assistant, if you start consulting, if you start coaching, if you start teaching, if you create a course, it doesn't cost you anything, because you can use a ton of free or super low cost services, systems, I should say, in order to build up your coaching business, to build up your virtual assistant business. It does not cost you anything to get started with a service. Hell, even if you wanted to offer an in-person service, say you wanted to do babysitting, say you wanted to dog walk, say you wanted to do a truck dispatching, all services that you provide, do you need to have at least like some sort of laptop, a tablet, a phone, and internet? Yes, those are the basics. but you don't have to worry about inventory. You don't have to worry about a ridiculous amount of overhead. To run my business with my team is less than $1,000 per month. Less than $1,000 per month with my team and my systems. My team costs more than my systems. I want to say that my systems are less than $400. And that's like Zoom and StreamYard, what I'm using right now to stream on multiple places, and like my email service provider and my payment processor and my course platform. Like, it does not cost me a lot to run my business. So what does that mean? I get to make more money. So I just want to encourage you to not let the lack of funds hold you back from your dreams. I want you to sit down with a piece of paper and ask yourself, how can I start the journey towards getting what I want? How can I help someone make sales? You can bake really well and you want a bakery. Maybe you start teaching online baking classes to start. Maybe you start teaching others how to keep their baked goods good in the fridge and the freezer on the counter. Maybe you start teaching baking classes to families, because I don't know how to cook no cookies from scratch. Yes, you can watch, you can read a recipe, you can watch a video, but some people like live classes. Some people want a baking coach. Some people want a cooking coach. Anything that you do well, that you like, and it solves a problem for someone else can be a business. Y'all, there's people out here doing something strange for a little bit of change. I seen a girl farting in jars. I seen a girl talking about she take number 2 on people. That's disgusting. And I do not suggest anyone do that. But I'm saying that to make a point that if this girl can sell pictures of her feet and this other one can sell farts in a jar, whatever the idea in your head is, it's not too crazy to be a business. Someone's out there. I have a client who is a teacher, and my goodness, she is crushing it. She has a course. She does tutoring. She's doing in-person workshops. She's doing virtual workshops. She has resources on TPT. She took her education degree, and in some respects and in some months, she makes more than her teaching salary with all of her business ventures than she does teaching every day. Literally, her business makes more than her teaching salary. Thank you so much for those likes. And she does all of that from the comfort of her home. Laptop, phone, and internet, and she is able to make it happen, okay? So I don't want you to think that you are not good enough. Your idea is not good enough. I thought that I could never make money teaching people how to coupon. I thought that no one would ever pay me to teach them how to save money. Multiple 6 figures later, I'm here to tell you, they paid me. They're still paying me. And by teaching women how to coupon, budget, and meal plan, it helped me find a newfound passion, which is really helping people, women specifically, make money. Why? Because nothing bad happens when women make more money. You make more impact, and you can do more in your life, your family's life, and your community's life. So please do not let the lack of funding hold you back. Now, if you are listening to me and you're like, this sounds great, but I need help, I need direction, all of my coaching programs are going to be on sale for Black Friday. My Black Friday starts on November 16th. Right now, you want to get on the wait list. When you get on my Black Friday wait list, you're going to get special bonuses, and you're going to get early access to actually purchase spots, because some of the spots are limited, meaning first come, first serve. If you're in, you're in. If you don't get in first, you're out. So I want you to go to KristenMaximizer.com and get on the Black Friday waitlist. You can click the link in my bio on TikTok or Instagram. It's in the description box of this live on YouTube, or you can go straight to KristenMaximizer.com and get on the Black Friday waitlist. I'm telling you, there are special waitlist only bonuses that you only get when you're on the waitlist, and they're time sensitive. Like, they're only available for a limited time. All of my coaching programs are going to be on sale. If you've been rocking with me for a while and you always wanted to work with me to learn how to coupon, the best deal, the cheapest price I have ever offered in the Money Saving Academy is going to be available. It's the last time you're going to be able to get live coach with me in the Money Saving Academy. So get on the wait list for that. If you have an idea in your brain that you want to start a business, but you don't know what business to start, you don't know what problem to solve, you don't know what offer to create, you want to get in the Brain to Business Bootcamp, It's starting in January. There is an epic deal for that. Get on the Black Friday waitlist. If you already have your business and you already know what you're selling, but you're not making consistent money, you're going to want to get in the side hustle society like these ladies. I just realized these sticky notes are crooked as hell, but whatever. All of these ladies have joined the Side Hustle Society recently. You want to get on the wait list. The best extended payment plan, lowest prices I've ever offered. Like the prices that I'm offering are insane. They will most likely never be this low again, okay? Also, my Maximizer Money Retreat is back for 2024. The Maximizer Money Retreat is back for 2024. So if you want to spend 5 days and 4 nights with me in Orlando, with my mama, because she's going to be cooking for us, then you definitely want to get on the wait list. You definitely want to get on the Black Friday wait list because there's going to be things on there that you cannot get anywhere else. And you have to be on the wait list to get those bonuses. So my Black Friday starts on November 16th. And the details about each offer and the pricing will come out on Friday. So this way, you know exactly how much each offer is. And on the 16th, you can have your credit card ready to make your informed purchase. Okay. So are there any questions about starting a business? Are there any questions about why you shouldn't wait for funding in your business? I'm going to open up the floor and answer your questions. What questions do you have about starting your business, about not waiting for funding? What questions do you have? Questions. Any questions? I answer all the questions, so don't be shy. Any questions? I want to thank y'all for joining me live. I want to thank you for joining me live. I love going live. It's my favorite way to connect with my audience. These filters have me looking real juicy. Any questions? What website do I go on to start an email list? So you can start for free with ConvertKit or MailChimp. And once you get into the Side Hustle Society, I have a training on email list. So, but if you literally just Google email service providers, you're gonna sign up with an email service provider. And that's basically the platform that you use. Like I use Flowdesk. I used to use a ConvertKit, but I use Flowdesk. And basically this is the place where you can create your landing pages. This is the place where you can invite people to join your email list. You make a landing page. They, put their name and their email in, and then you can email them. But the ones that are free to start are ConvertKit and MailChimp. But if you literally just Google email service providers, you will see the whole gambit pop up of like the ones that are available. And then you can always change and take your email list with you. Having an email list is so important. Like one of the things that I'm doing is I'm sending an email pretty much every day of my Black Friday sale. Right now, I'm sending an email saying get on the wait list. And then starting Friday, I'm going to send out the email like, hey, Black Friday's here. Here's the guide. And then once the guide is out, I'm going to be saying like, this offers for you this offers for you that. And then once the sale starts, it's everybody on the wait list. Here's your surprise bonuses. And then everybody else go sign up with what's left. I've set a really big goal for myself. I have never done this before. And I want to help women make more money. I want to help women with their money. I want to help women get unstuck. I want to help women go into 2024 knowing that they can have what they want, knowing that having a business is not out of reach, knowing that even though you're just starting, it's okay to have a coach, and you should have a coach, and you shouldn't wait until you're stuck to get help. And if you are going to invest money, it's better to invest it with someone who can actually help you and answer your questions, and someone who's done what you want to do. That's one thing I wish. 2 things I wish I could have did different is started my email list sooner and hired a business coach sooner. Just off the mindset alone, the accountability, I wish I would have hired my business coach sooner, just to help me see things and plan things better, and to be able to pick someone's brain and ask them questions, see their thought process, see what they've done before. They are doing what you want to do. Why not work with them? People don't bat an eye when you talk about going to college, but if you say you hired a coach or you go to therapy, it's like, you did what? Right? So get the help that you need. Stop struggling. Stop trying to put it together. So if you do have income to invest in yourself, personally or professionally, invest it. I think about the amount of money that I spend on crabs, and I'm like, if I can spend a couple $100s eating something that I'm going to poop out later, it's to my benefit to invest a few $100s a month in coaching. When I first hired my business coach, it was $1,000 a month. My highest program is $2,200 for the year. The Side Hustle Society, if you already have a business, is $2,200 for the year. Do you hear me? The year is $2,200. I was paying $1,000 a month. I thought I was going to poop my pants. But when you pay attention. So now I see things as an investment. Is this going to get me more money? Is this going to get me more peace? Is this going to get me more help? Then before I buy food, I will buy it. Is this going to help me get more of what I want? And if the answer is yes, then I'm going to get it. And I'm still with the same business coach that I've been with her since 2019. Along the way, I have invested in other business coaches, but it has helped me tremendously. Tremendously, it has helped me to be able to have someone be there and be in my corner and understand where I'm coming from and tell me that what I'm thinking is not crazy. If you have a business and you thought about quitting, you are not alone. Every business owner thinks about quitting. If you are having unkind thoughts to yourself about money and you're a business owner, that is very valid as well. It happens to the best of us. Mindset is something you really have to work on, but I didn't even realize that until I had my business coach, because that's not something that people talk about. Now we're talking a lot more about like mindset and personal health and mental health, but years ago, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So are there any other questions? This was great. This was good for me. Any other questions? It's important to find a community and coach that's going to elevate you in your business. Yes, absolutely. And that I talk about that. I think I have a video about that, but like finding your tribe and finding your people, because the people closest to you are most likely not clapping for you. Your friends and family, if they are not business owners, they are not going to be able to understand what you're dealing with, what you're doing, even your investments in coaching. When I invested that $1,000 a month, I didn't tell anyone that I was paying $1,000 a month to work with a business coach. I didn't tell a soul because I was embarrassed. I was like, they're going to think I'm wasting my money. But I knew that it was the right decision for me. And investing in a business coaching program is how I found my biz bestie. I always tell her the reason why I joined that program was to find her. Otherwise, I don't think our paths would have ever crossed naturally. So being in that coaching program found me my biz bestie, and we have been talking for 2 whole years. Okay. So yes, and find a coach that you like. There's some coaches I worked with and I was like, she's not for me. And then my business coach, I'm like, oh my gosh, she is for me. She has helped me so much. She has seen me through so much in my business and in life. It's pretty crazy. And I'm so grateful to have her and to have her community as well. But you got to find the person that's for you. If I'm not for you, I get it. I understand, because everything is not for everybody. But I encourage you to go out and find the coach that is for you. I'm encouraging you to go out and find the business friends that are for you. Okay? Are there any other questions about starting your business or not waiting for funding? Y'all, do not wait for funding to start your business. Do not wait for funding to start your business. Start with what you have. Ask yourself, how can I start this business with what I have right now? How can I start this business for less than $100? When I started Krista Maximizer, it was just a YouTube channel. I did not have big expectations. I told my sister I wanted 1,000 subscribers in a year. I wanted to make money in a year. I was perfectly okay with posting videos every single week for a year without making a cent. What I didn't know is that it would happen a lot faster. What I didn't know is that I would get my first check in 4 months, and it would show me that I could make money on the internet and I could make money doing something that I liked. And it didn't have to be hard. My coach says this. She will always say it gets to be easy. And I'm like, it gets to be easy for you. You have $1 million business, but not for me. And it truly does get to be easy once you have a process in place, right? Once you have a process in place. So if you are in the Side Hustle Society, I can absolutely advise you on starting a YouTube channel. I have started 2 thus far, so I can absolutely help you with that. In the Side Hustle Society, we focus on your social media platform that you're going to use to market. So if you decide that YouTube's going to be that, I will definitely give you all the advice, all the support. There's going to be new curriculum coming out next year. And in that curriculum will include information about each social media platform. So in the meantime, yes, I'll answer all your questions. And then next year, you'll be able to go through the full curriculum to see what I share and what I teach about YouTube specifically. I love YouTube. It's my favorite platform. It's my OG platform. You really build your know, like, and trust factor in there. It's very, very good for you. Any other questions? Any other questions? These were good. These were good questions. Any questions about starting your business, growing your business, not waiting for funding? Don't get me wrong, funding is not a bad thing. You want to think about the timing of the funding and the type of funding. Grants you don't have to pay back. But instead of putting so much energy into filling out for all these grants, put so much energy into figuring out how to make sales. Once you know how to make money, once you know how to make sales, once you know how to sell, you'll never be broke. If you know how to sell, you can sell anything. If you know how to sell, you'll always have money. If you know how to sell, okay? If you focus on how can I make sales in my business? How can I make sales in my business? You will get to where you want to go. If you're always looking for the grants, the loans, the handout, you'll get there. It's just going to take you longer. So really figure out how to make sales in your business. Really figure out what problem you're solving and how you're solving it. Okay? I don't see any other questions. So I am going to pop off. And I will see you all hopefully tomorrow. Bye. Have a good night.